Alright guys, so I just saw Francis's video on Melody's channel, and while I didn't like what was being said, and I didn't really condone the phone numbers being exposed, but yeah, I can understand Francis didn't really have too much of an option. You know, I just have to say that I'm not really gonna get involved. I mean, you can think that this video is me getting involved all you want, but really, I mean, I'm like, no. I'm just, here to say that, I'm not getting involved, okay? I personally do not want to be involved, but, y'all are making me, have to do that, and I don't want to have to do that, so...
Cross button, player 1, smoke,
I mean...
player 1, rain, player 1, free, player 1, Liu Kang, player 1, Johnny K, player 1, Kung Lao.
It's just that, I don't know,
player 1,
like...
Night Arc, cross button, player 1, Havoc, lock, directional pad, navigate.
Okay, Havoc's locked.
Player 1, Shang Tsung, lock, direct, player 1, General Shao.
I'm sorry if I'm, like, repeating myself, but honestly, stuff just needs to change. I mean, sure, I know you guys are kind of upset with Ashley and all that stuff, but at the same time, like...
Cross button, choose cameo, player 1, CPU opponent, sector, CPU opponent, cross button select, red, CPU opponent, Jax, cross button select, directional pad, navigate.
I just,
CPU
don't understand.
Darius, cross button select, directional pad, navigate. CPU opponent, Serena, cross button, CPU opponent, Hirax, cross button select, CPU difficulty, medium, cross button, very easy, the Great Hall, afternoon, cross button select, the Great Hall, afternoon.
The Great Hall.
No one so weak can hold the Empire together.
I look forward to surprising you, Reiko.
Yeah, I'm sorry if, I'm pausing, but... I mean, it just needs to be said that I'm not getting involved because, I mean... Of course, I want to be nice, and I don't want to have to... I just don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, look at this, he's involved, and, because we all know how Chloe is towards me. She obviously... I mean, obviously...
Cyrex's saw blade bursts through the victim's ribcage. He holds 2 bombs that explode beside their face. Melina pins the victim's arms to the floor with her side blades, then ravages their torso with her jaws before biting out their throat.
I mean, obviously, we all know how Chloe is. Obviously, Chloe is gonna sit there and if I defend Ashley, which I don't want to defend anybody here, I just want to be neutral. But if I were to pick a side and it was Ashley's,
fight your way versus
then
tournament.
Chloe and Francis would have a reason to beat me to death because of it. And see, the thing is, I don't want to be that kind of person. I would like to at least be neutral. But see, if I'm going to be forced to pick a side, I don't want to do that. I just want to be, like,
Ashford.
normal. I don't
Player
want to,
one, Nightera. Player 1, Hobby. Player 1, General. Player 1, Single. Player 1, Rico.
I mean,
Player
because,
1, Reagan. Player 1, Smoke.
I mean, to be
Player 1, Scorpion.
honest, I mean,
Player 1, Reptile. Player 1,
you
Remind.
know, again, I'm
Player
sorry
one,
I'm, like,
Kenshi.
repeating myself, but,
Player 1, Baraka.
you know, I just
Player
don't
1,
want,
Raz-
you know,
Player 1, Katana. Player 1, Mylena.
Melina.
CPU opponent.
I just don't want to have to sit there
Tanya.
and,
Cross button select.
Tanya.
Choose comp.
Striker.
CPU opponent. Fire
Cyrex.
cancel.
The Fire Temple.
you know, again, I just don't want to be that same guy who, gets involved with everything like I used to.
Move
I don't want to, again, I'm sorry for freaking,
basic attacks. Just the tip. Square button. Damage. Ambitious strikes. Square button. Triangle button. Damage. Feral gashes. Square button. Triangle button. Square button. Plus. Cross button. Damage. Not applicable. Overhead. Movelet. Main menu.
but, yeah, I just, again, and I'm sorry, again, for repeating
Campaign,
myself, but, like,
story, fight,
I
invasions,
personally do not
resume,
want,
cross button, up and down, navigate,
Hero launches an ice bolt at Erlach, knocking him out.
resume,
I had hoped for the chance to battle your
chapter select,
dark magic.
again, I just don't,
move
know,
list, basic,
I don't want,
link, Arctic hammer, square button, triangle button, damage, 70.
again, I don't, again,
Liu Kang was overly concerned.
I'm sorry again. I know I'm repeating myself, but what you guys are not understanding is that I don't want to be involved. See, I was only informed of this video because Ashley called me and was saying that, oh, Matt, Francis made a video on me. You know, and I was saying,
Sub-Zero eyes Ermac.
and you know,
not so fearsome.
if that's
Scorpion and
true,
Smoke
then
run to him.
You're both unharmed? We are, brother. Good.
you know, I
After
said
our
that,
years
you know,
of idleness, it pleases me to again face combat.
I will be pleased when we complete our mission.
They sprint across the fortress. Sub-Zero blasts a trail of ice and slides across it to a wall beside a portcullis. Scorpion and Smoke stand on the other side of it. Sub-Zero peers through the opening, then nods to the other two before sneaking through it with them.
yeah,
They step to an inactive Soul Stealer, its fused humanoid bones bound to strips of cloth and shaped into a tall spiral. Sub-Zero reaches toward it.
Be careful with what you're handling. We have no time for mistakes.
Scorpion, Smoke, and Sub-Zero slink away toward numerous other Soul Stealers.
Continue working. I must oversee production of the remaining basins.
Quan Chi steps away from cloaked workers constructing a Soul Stealer. He walks through an enormous archway lined with terracotta soldiers leading into the fortress. Sub-Zero covers the mouth of a guard from behind and impales his chest with an ice dagger before setting him down.
That's Quan Chi. The other sorcerer Liu Kang described.
Kuai Liang and I will capture him. Stay here. Do not let them activate the Soul Stealers.
Resume.
okay, I'm
Cross
pausing
button
this for a
control,
second.
up and down,
But,
navigate.
you know, as I said, you know, I mean, because of everything Chloe has done, I don't want to pick a side. I want to be neutral. And especially, I don't want to be forced to pick a side. I mean, again, I've only gotten word of this video this afternoon because, you know, I was on my normal bus route going home for my program, and Ashley called me on my phone and was like, oh, Francis made a video on me. I'm like, oh, good God. I was like, okay, just send it to me when you can. Because I wanted to see what was going on, why she was complaining about it. Well, not necessarily, well, I don't know. But I wanted to see what the deal was. And so I watched the video, and, you know, yeah, this is where this response is coming in. I don't want anything to do with it. You know, especially because I saw in the video, you know, apparently Melody's like, oh, well, Francis kind of reminds me of Matt. You know, that's another reason I don't want anything to do with this drama, because I don't want to be around her, and I don't want to be around anybody that hates me. So, yeah. Let's just get that out of the way to start with. But, yeah, I think I'm done here. I'm just gonna end this video, because, yeah.